Okay. So now we can greet each other. So it is not important at all the recording that, but as it's very heavy always, that's why I ask you to do it in the Zoom session. So thank you and welcome to this interview. I'm very pleased to talk with you. For me, it's an honor because I'm completely astonished when I read all the work that you do. So, but you represent in this conversation. So, very welcome.
So, Mariana, thank you very much for your invitation as well as nice interaction you invited me. So I just say a few words about myself.
Okay, yes.
I have been in this sector for the last 5 years. I have been working with SST, Srinivasan Services Trust, for the last 5 years as the chairman of the SST. This Srinivasan Services Trust is working for the last 25 years. You may be aware that in Government of India, there is one act which has come, CSR Act of 2013.
Yeah.
Which says that you have to invest 2% of your profitability in the community. What Mr. Venu Srinivasan, who is the founder of this trust, has been doing it from 1996. About 20 years back, he has the vision that we have to look after the community. He said, if you are growing in business, it is first because the community, because the people, and secondly because of the Almighty. And of course, the grandfathers, fathers and grandfathers. Now, coming directly to the SST, Srinivasan Services Trust, I believe and implement on a holistic model of rural transformation.
Yeah. What a vision. Because 20 years ago or more, it's not as common as right now that a lot of people are talking about sustainable work. So
yes,
that's why when I think in questions to make, it's that you embody this vision. I can see on the pictures that are on the website. So tell me how you can manage this vision and embody all the people that are working, that are very, very many people working on those 2,500 villages, and they're supposed to grow. So how do you keep this vision in everybody? I want to know.
Great thought, great thought. Let me come to your vision, for example. I see we work in 2,500 villages for the last 25 years. We work in 5 states of India. We say Tamil Nadu is one, then we have Karnataka is number 2, number 3 is Maharashtra, you may be knowing Andhra Pradesh and Himachal. These are the 5 states where we have been working. The interesting point which you have just raised, I would like to explain in detail. One, that we work with the community. We work within the community. We work from inside. What I want to explain is the people who are there, we are about 450 people. 450 people, if I just talk 1 second about the organization structure of SST, at the grassroots level, We have got a person called video. He may be she or he may be a, he or she. But we believe in gender. We believe in gender that more than 55% of the videos, village development officers are from the female section of the society.
Okay.
People are talking about 50%. We are doing 60%, 55%. Above him, we have got a one CDO, Community Development Officer. These are the people who are specialized in social work. Either got the PG in social work or the undergraduations in social work or in sociology or in anthropology. Above them, we got a one person called field director. Field director basically comes from, some people come from the government department, retired government departments officials who work in the social sector, who work in the rural development department, who work in the social welfare, who works in the women and child empowerment. So these are the people who have been, this is a small layer of our, this is a small hierarchy of our people in the grassroots level who are supported, madam, who are supported by, if I use the word, a civil engineer who may have a diploma in civil engineering or may have a degree in civil engineering. Then we have got a person from the agriculture side who is done the degree in horticulture as well as in agriculture.
Okay.
Then we have got we have, if I say like this, a agronomist. He is called a agronomist who will be looking after the agriculture and horticulture. Then we got a person from the education department. Like this, a team is there. The interesting part is all these members belong to those villages. They live in the villages. They walk in the villages. They talk in the villages. They eat in the villages. They sleep in the villages, and they grow in the villages.
That's
So
the
this
clue.
is the this is this is something which you don't find in many of the say multinational companies, or you don't find in the NGOs. Some people will be sitting in Chennai, but the people who has to work, they go every day there to the particular place, but we don't go from there. The village people are so much good rapport with the community. Our people, because they live in the same village, what are the problems they're facing, what are the issues they have, they discuss with them and find a local solution for the problems.
Yeah.
We believe, madam, in community participation and community contribution. We don't believe in charity.
Yeah.
Because we don't believe the concept of charity. Until you have some community contribution, the ownership will not come.
Yeah.
If we build some school building, let's say,
That's another clue.
yes.
Yes.
So these are
One of my questions were, what are 3 tips and ideas? This is very, these two are very powerful, and I think they are really build a social innovation mindset on the way of be sustainable.
Absolutely, absolutely right. If look into these are the things which try to bring sustainability, because we don't work on term basis. We are not working on the project basis, because some of the NGOs, some of the corporates, they work for about 1 year. After that, the funds are over and they close the project.
Yeah.
We believe the continuation in those villages at least for 25 years. If we give in simple example of the women empowerment, I think women empowerment is a fundamental, if I say, the tool of SST, which brings sustainability. We want that these women must become independent. This is what I make it very clear. Independent, they should not be a parasite or a harsh word, maybe they should not be a dependent upon the husbands. Because once you start earning something, it may be 2,500 rupees per month or 3,500 rupees per month, it brings a lot of social status.
Yeah.
The women get a social status in India. I think I want to talk about India, because they become really empowered.
Yeah.
With this, they can invest in the children's education.
Yeah.
They can take care of the health of children. They can take the health of the whole family. And they can also take care of the society. Like the people, for example, we believe that once we invest money, we want to use the word investment of the resources, not spending the resources. If you invest money in the the community has to give us back, not to SST, not to Mr. Venus Nivasan or to Mariana. They have to give to the community. They
Yeah.
have to give back to the society.
It's
What they can do? They should see that their children go to the school.
it's a
Number
healthy
one. Number
cycle. It's a very healthy cycle, and it builds also ownership of what they
yes,
are doing.
yes, please, yes, please. So they can take up this to the society. They can take up there. In this case, what happens if I put the word like this? What happens is once the empowerment comes, believe me or not, I can tell you some of the women, I just underline some of the women, we have seen that their children has gone to IIT Chennai, IIT, the Indian Institute of Technology, which is very, very prominent in Delhi or Calcutta, or some of the rural women, the rural women who are sitting idle at home. Those women, because of the empowerment, their new generation children has gone to the IIT. Now you can say this is the real empowerment. And if I add into this, 20 years back, they were living in mud houses. They were living in thatched houses or grass houses. Today, they are living, madam, in pakka concrete houses.
Yeah.
They have got all the facilities, they have got all the basic amenities in the house. When they were struggling, we thought we should provide livelihood in the rural areas, either by way of agriculture, by way of livestock, by way of capacity building of the women, skills training to the women. I think these are some of the things which have really bring women at par with the men. If I use the word at par with the women. So this is
I would
our
like once to talk with one of those women also. It would be so interesting to talk with them also, because I think it's the proven test that the model is working. It's amazing. I have only congrats to all that you have been working
thank you.
for.
Thank you very much. I just want to quote one example, because I don't like to. We take to the deep South India, deep South India.
Mm-hmm,
There I can say one lady called Fatima.
mm-hmm,
Fatima is the name of the woman.
yeah.
She was sitting idle at home. We're
Mm-hmm.
not having this. She got three daughters. Unfortunately, the husband was demised because of some alcoholism. Because of alcoholism, husband demised. And the lady was sitting idle. Then what we do? We just approached her saying like this, Madam, you're sitting there. Why can't we do something? She said, what I can do? I don't know anything. I don't know how to do anything. There is some banana. Banana we make. No, banana is a fruit
Yeah.
which people take it. So banana, the waste is being thrown in the field by the farmers. Once they take the crop, they call it banana fiber. From banana fiber, we give them the training. About 15 women. 15 women give them the training. And after giving the training, they start making some sort of bowls, or where you make keep some your keep your eggs, you can keep your chapati, you can keep your food, or you can give on the marriage ceremonies. 10, 12 people join together and become so interesting. After 2 months, 3 months of interventions,
Yeah.
we tied up with them with the market. We tied up with the market. And these 12 women Out of 12 women, only 8 women, they say we are interested to do that. Initially, first month, they start earning 2,500 rupees per month. Today, they are earning 8,500 to 10,000 rupees per month. This is the thing which now, madam, what I want to add into this. These women, we created a platform called Truly Cottage.
Mhm.
Truly Cottage means the women who are in the SHGs, self-help groups, we, with their help, we have formed a Truly Cottage where we club all the products which are made by the women self-help groups. We take them to the market. We online people can go see also. If time permits, I'll request you to kindly have a look. Trulycottage.com, www.trulycottage.com. You can see how these women within a span of, let's say, period, how much product they made. But if I just list out, you heard about the honey? We call it a wild honey. We call it wild honey, the pure honey, honey which comes from the mountains. We
Mm.
have formed the women groups there. There are about 100 women who are collecting the honey, processing the honey, and selling the honey in the market. They are earning 10,000 rupees per month while sitting at home. What we have done, we just trained them. Just we trained them through the Truly Cottage, despite the COVID, despite the corona in their area, they were able to mobilize about 23 lakhs, 23 lakhs within a period of 3 months during this year. So this is the other example. Now we have got roughly about 7 to 8 products, 7 to 8 products which are made by the women, made by the women in the villages. In the villages, we
Wow.
have created an environment where they can all can sit together like a common production center where they'll come in the morning, they do the job there. In the evening, when they go back after making the products, they can earn about 350 rupees per day, or 500 rupees per day, or 750 rupees per day. So like this, we have created these centers in different pockets of the states. Like we did in Karnataka, we have done something in Mumbai, we have done something in Chennai, we have done something in Bangalore. Like this is the one thing which you are doing about 8, 10 items. Which if you see that you can see, because these things called banana fiber or palm leaf, or you take case of honey. So these are some of the food products.
I
Some
would
are
I
like
would like to
spice.
taste that honey.
Oh yes, we will be very happy to share with you, and you will love to see honey. And
Uh,
this is made by the women. This is
I'm
not
sure.
made by us. So I will share the with the. You will love to see. You love to try it again and again. So this
Yeah,
honey.
I'm sure. And I think also that for sure, they feel very proud of this evolution, because in a way, that case that you told me, Fatima, she feel very uh, poor, but not because of money, but because she cannot uh, know to do it nothing, and in this
Yes.
process, they are rich on both sides. They have rupees in their pockets and can invest the money, and also feel proud of what they have learned and produced. I think this is the more powerful idea that we can leave to a lot of communities, because when I was reading SST application form and see all the websites and check all the information that I I checked. Um, what is very powerful, it's this transcend. I'm not sure if it's the word in English, but go through the communities, because we are talking about human beings, and I think these problems are around the world. And I think
Yes.
this can be very powerful for other communities, no matter they are complex itself, because they have, like, stories, history. And I do a yoga professor. I study
Wow.
yoga for 2 years or three, and I practice. And it's very powerful. All the ancient stories are behind, but in many communities have their own stories, but they remain being human beings, and these problems are around the world. So I think this kind of examples we are then share with the world uh, are very powerful, because it happened in other parts, and sometimes they remain in this poverty because they stand up on the scarcity and not in the powerful of evolution, doing something for that. Not being like charity only the the way to because charity is not sustainable at all.
Absolutely. Absolutely right. Absolutely right.
Okay, yeah, I would like to
So
go there and see.
so I'm very happy that you have done the yoga. In fact, I don't know whether you have chance to meet Mr. Jagi Vasudev. They come Isha Foundation.
Okay.
Isha Foundation, I did the yoga about 25 years back. I'm practicing the yoga for the last 25 years. I
Mhm.
don't touch any tea and coffee. When I came to Tamil Nadu, my weight was 66 kg. Today I'm 66 and a half. After putting 35 years of service in Tamil Nadu, this is the impact of the yoga, or this is the blessings and the grace of yoga.
Mhm.
So carrying forward, so I just want to add one small thing which you will relish also.
Mhm.
This we our people are very close to the community. They
Mhm.
have got a very good rapport with the community. One is a closeness. Number two, a rapport with the community. If you have got a good rapport with the community, only then you can have a real sense of the things.
Mhm.
Now, I will share a case study with you. I mean, send a case study of a woman who came from Sri Lanka, who was came for Sri Lanka, was not having anything. His husband was also looking for a job. He was also here and there. So this lady came in touch with my field staff for ladies. They saying like that, I am very skilled in some of the electrical works. She said, I'm learned when I was in school in Sri Lanka. My husband was also there. But we have come to Tamil Nadu, we don't have anything to do. They say, okay, we have a culture in Tamil Nadu when they are having any political parties, when we have any functions like Diwali, like Christmas or New Year, they put up all sort of lights, big lights are being put up there. This lady was so much good, and she made a demo of this, which she sold for about 10,000 rupees. First time, she invested about 5,000 rupees and sold her for 10,000 rupees. And that was so beautifully done by her and husband and one daughter. She was about 11 years old. Not today, you will not believe. She has employed 15 women. She has employed 15 village in that particular village. She has built her own house. She has built her own house. She is having a four-wheeler, and
Wow.
her demand is so good. Even all Tamil Nadu people, that areas, they say, if you want to go and get any serial lights to be fixed up, please go to Vijay Lakshmi. Vijay Lakshmi is there. She got 15 and she will do very promptly at a reasonable rate. Madam, one interesting part I can say, 10,000 rupees which she earned. With 10,000 rupees today, her income, if I say per income, per annum, has gone to 15 lakhs. 15 lakhs is our annual income. Though she's not having work every day, maybe every week, once or 2 months when the season comes, the demand is so high. I think that employment generation one, I can say the 15 women who are working their women's social status are grown up, because whatever they earn from this, children are taken care of, society love them, and they say, look, these are the women we're doing, and these are the women who are educating the children of their village. They say the husband should not take alcoholism in large quantity. Number one. Number two, they should also try to learn some skills, like we say, life skills for the school children. Life skills for school children by telling stories or conducting some sports. And these women is organizing this sort of activities in the village.
Yeah.
So this says, but if you tell the child in the beginning itself that how to save water, how to save power, how to not to have child marriage, how to the women face problems, why the future will be fantastic for those new generations. So this is the creation done by this Vijay Lakshmi. That case study I'll share with you on the on your website, or your information.
Yeah.
And the other thing I want to share with you, you may be interested to know also. SST works on multiple pillars or multiple verticals.
Yeah.
We are not working. We believe that if each and every activity is connected, each and every either social, economic, religious, spiritual, or whatever it is, they are interconnected. You cannot say that I have improved the school until you provide a road to the school, until you provide a toilet facility in the school or the children, you can't do that. I feel a piecemeal approach, is not sustainable. Each and every activity in the village has to be promoted. We, Mariana, we work on 6 pillars, if I say like this.
Yeah.
One, the economic development, you might have noticed also. Then we work on education, we work on health, we work on environment, we work on infrastructure, we work on water conservation, and finally, if I say, we work on social cohesion. I just want to add only 2 things for your kind information. These are the multi-pillars, which you can understand, they are all interlinked. We can't say that I will work on A, I will not work on B. We say A to Z. If this approach is followed, this we call it a holistic and sustainable approach. Only then there will be reduction of poverty, reduction of hunger, there should be ecosystem, so and so forth.
Yes.
Now, one simple example, Ariana, kindly permit me to share that.
Yeah.
We have taken in Tamil Nadu and Maharashtra, we have taken a new project that is called the water conservation by way of desilting of the tanks. Desilting means removing the silt from the tanks. You remember that they call water bodies. Water bodies are there. In each and every village, there's one water body, which have not been cleaned, which have not been improved, which have not been polished for the last 4 decades. We did it about 290 such structures in the villages where we work. We brought the community, we sat with the community for about 3 times, 4 times, try to make them understand we want to do that. What will the benefits of this? How the community benefits? I say farmers will benefit. Number one, employment will be generated, production will go up, and then you take the water, drinking water. So there will be purification of drinking water. Irrigation will also happen.
And,
so
and
then
healthy water, no? Because if they
healthy water, absolutely, potable water, healthy water. When we told them, these people, they're so impressed. We say, we will also join hands with you. I say, we will not work without community contribution or participation. There's a community participation by, they call it manual, physical labor you can do. Some people say we can give some diesel or a petrol or a fuel. Some people I can hire my tractor. So somebody says, no, I know how to do this. I can do the tilling or drilling, this. So what happened? 290 tanks which we have cleaned or desilted, improved. Today, people are getting the cultivation in some of the tanks after 15 years. After 15 years, the first time they done the agriculture operations in those villages.
Sure.
And the community people so happy. Now the demand has started coming. I can say demand has coming from the other neighboring villages. Please come to our village.
Yeah,
Please do the same thing for
incredible
us.
because it's like a spread um much more than you imagine because it's the best practices,
Yes.
inspire others, and as they have results, they want to know how do you do it. So it's exciting. I mean, it's amazing.
So if I just add one word more, these 290 tanks which we have desilted or cleaned that, if I put in terms of, I don't know, they have they have about 56 crores. 56 crores of water storage capacity has been increased in those particular tanks. And
Mhm.
the community is now taking care of those tanks. Whenever rain comes, when any breach comes, these communities coming forward.
But don't you think that sometimes it's because they don't know? I mean, I think that this a knowledge that the team of SST goes and stay near, close to the community, and explain the benefits of what they are going to achieve if they do it in this way. Um, uh, and sometimes you I probably the team realized that they didn't know how to do it, or they didn't know that that is a possibility. And that's amazing because it's the education and also to know how, and then this I think that this inspires them to do research, to investigate what more things we can do to improve our village and our community. I think that probably that's a clue also, right? They get inspired to do research or to investigate about doing new things on the rounds that the SST team organized to discuss the problems of the local problems they have at the community, right?
Absolutely, absolutely right.
Wow.
If I just say this about this, we have a consultant, we call it a consultant on the water conservation.
Mm-hmm.
And this is a person who gives the technical advice to the farmers or to the people who are going to execute these works. So the information is shared by them. What sort of interventions has to be done by us, so that the tanks will have the storage of the capacity. Sustainability of water should be there. It should be washed out after the rains take place. How to conserve more water in those tanks? These technical advice is being provided by the SST. And we work this project in hand with the government.
Yeah.
We are not working in isolation.
Yeah.
We work with the government. Like we say, SST is for the people, by the people, and of the people.
Yeah.
This is the crux I want to say. So here, if you ask anybody, this is somebody is coming wearing white shirt and blue trouser or a blue turban. They say this the man is coming from SST.
Mm-hmm.
The rapport with the community or the trust in the community is so much. You say if these guys are coming to a village, they will come to a village, they will do what is required for the community, because we do not believe in any community, in any, because the India is a diverse community,
Mm-hmm.
diverse India. So many castes, so many colors, so many communities, so many religions, so many languages. If you see that, but our language is only one language. What the language is? Come and serve the community.
Yeah.
Don't ask for any reward from the community. Community should look after themselves. Our intention is to make the community independent, make the women independent, make the community responsive. So that's why I'm trying to say again and again.
And if a team,
If
for example, I have a question. If a team, an SST team, start with a community, I read that they stay for 2 years talking, and the changes are slow. But how long they stay at the community, helping to be independent? Is there? I know it's different. It depends on the community, but which is the average of the time the team stay at the community, or they remain there?
so, Mariana, this is a billion-dollar question, which I asked when I joined this institution. When I joined this from the government, because I was the government of Tamil Nadu for about 30 years.
Okay.
First time I came, I asked the same question to the management of SST. How long you will continue? How long you continue? You are already working for 20 years, but you have no exit policy. You should have a exit policy. He said, we tried. We tried in the rural areas. The rural economy, the transformation, the rural area has not grown to that level that we can withdraw after 5 years or 10 years. Now, what we answer your question is minimum time required to building the community, to building the rural India on these multiple pillars. I think you need minimum 5 to 10 years.
Okay, yeah.
Minimum 5 to 10 years. Before that, if somebody say that I can make it happen or grow gold within 1 year, 3 years, or 2 years, I think that may not be the true.
Yeah.
You have to be with the community. If you with the community, I personally feel it takes minimum 5 to 10 years to make them understand, to make them understand the children like should go to the school, or women should also try to
Yeah.
protest. They should not take everything for granted. This
Yeah.
empowerment women means we say that they should have a stay in taking decision in the family.
Mhm.
It is
Yeah.
not that the husband of the family should decide everything. They should have an equal right to do that.
Yeah.
That, if I say that fuel, we have been doing in the villages,
Yeah.
saying like this, if
And you double the power, you double the power. That's also a discovery. But what I was thinking when you are talking, that nowadays you have 2,500 village, perhaps
yes,
the older one can be leaders of other communities, I think, because and the spread, it becomes, the scalability becomes very powerful, because now you can have villages that are leaders of the change of other communities, right?
yes.
As your model work, because it's a very but you work for so many years that now
Yeah.
not only you have but you have it's not uh it's not well explained to say you have, no. I think that India has 2,500 independent communities, but now in the other side you have 2,500 communities that can
Villages.
spread the model to more and more villages and communities, and that's very powerful itself also.
Absolutely right. If I add into this, Mariana, we are planning that our mission is that we like to reach 20,000 villages. 20,000 villages in a phased manner. In a phased manner, every year we can add some 200 or 300 villages. We do not want anything to be added until unless these 2,500 villages become self-reliant,
Yeah.
become self-sufficient. They start understanding. This is the main option for which we are also open that there should be some participation from other NGOs. They can also join hands with us. Multinational companies can join with us. So we believe in the concept of, if I say, collaboration with various other like-minded. I underline the word like-minded NGOs, like we say Ekam Foundation, like UNICEF, yeah, UNDP. So these are some of the institutions like Bosch. Bosch comes, like I say AstraZeneca. These some of the multinational companies, they are adopting our model of holistic approach and sustainability, and they are taking to other parts of the country. Some people are doing in Rajasthan, somebody doing in Gujarat, somebody going in Haryana, somebody has come from Punjab. He said, we want to adopt your model. I said, we are willing and open to all this. So our mission of Mr. Venu Srinivasan is that our model of community empowerment and rural transformation should go to 20,000 villages with the help of the government, or with the partnership with the government, with the partnership of the NGOs, with the partnership of the multinational companies.
Yeah.
Any person, any NGO, any person who will collaborate, who believes in the principles of TVS, we call it a TVS, stands for trust, value, and service. Who
And for,
believes in this can join us.
yeah, and for sure, one of the questions that I sent is, how will you know that you have left the world a better place? Well, this is the
Oh,
answer.
wow. Oh, wow.
This is
I think
this is, you have answered the question. So I think we can continue. I mean, spread this model, and this is the goal of the CKPA Prahalad Award. So I'm so delighted to have this conversation, and we continue if you want, because I think we can build strongly what you have been doing for so many years, and also I think it's a very powerful message to women in other
yes.
parts of the world, because there is, as you have casta, languages, religions, not problems, but issues in other communities of around the world has similar problems related perhaps to another issues or history, but it remains the same what the woman is feeling, and I think that as I told before, this double the power. So
Yes.
let's double the power.
Ah.
So
That's great.
well, I don't know if you want as another question that I have. Do you think it's possible to expand? You told me that you think it's possible to expand the model to other parts of the world, no matter the India environment, customs, or whatever. Do you think it's possible? I think so, but what do you think?
I personally feel, they say where there is a will, there is a way. If there is a will, there is a skill. If your person has got a will, one can do it. Skills can be invented, skills can be modified, can be improved, can be imparted. What will cannot be injected. Will has to be there within the human beings. If they are available in the human beings' will to do, for example, with the due respect to you, I can say my mother, when I was a child, I was studying in Punjab University, Chandigarh. I became a lecturer in Punjab University, Chandigarh. My mother said, Swaran, You go and do some service to the community. I was earning this much, if you don't mistake me. I was earning 10,000 rupees per month. I was giving my mom, my dad every month about, let's say, about 8,500 because I can't spend more than this. I was having no family, no, I was totally going and teaching for 2 hours and coming back and sitting and studying.
Mhm.
When we joined the civil service, Indian administrative service, our salary, madam, you will not believe. I was getting 1,500 rupees. A person drawing 10,000 rupees, the 1,500 rupees I start drawing, and I used to go to my parents, my mom. I said, Mom, give me some 500 rupees, 750 rupees. My dad was in army. He said, hey, he said, hey, are you really become a bureaucrat? Are you really become IS officer? Or you are cheating us? People say the IS officer got loads and loads of the money. And you say that every month you are coming and asking 500 rupees and 7 rupees. You say when you are teaching in the university, you are much more stronger. Then I told my mother said, look, we are not working for the money. You go and write civil services. Is your written civil services? I say, where you want to go? I say, send me anywhere in the country. Though I belong to Chandigarh, Punjab. So I say, send me anywhere in the country. I was sent, I was deputed to Tamil Nadu. I think Tamil Nadu, I'm so happy to do this sort of work after my superannuation. I feel honored. The God has given me this chance to serve the community, which we served 30 years. Even after 35 years, if you're getting the chance, it's all grace of Almighty and blessings of my mother. One last thing I want to share with you, you may like it. This is not related to women, this is related to the whole community. I
Okay.
was posted in a place called Ramnathpuram. I think it is the border of Sri Lanka, a border of Sri Lanka. I was posted there now somewhere about 40 years back. I went to villages. We have some village training. For about 1 year, I have to be work in the district. Mariana, you can't believe. One day I went for the morning walk. Morning walk, I find that the people, especially the women, children, and male members, they were getting the water from the ponds. Ponds means a small tank where they get rains water
Yeah.
filled up. And
Mhm.
with the putting a cloth or a filter, and they're putting the water over this. And this water is being used for drinking.
Wow.
Now you can understand. Believe me or not, touch wood, I'm telling you today, when I
Yeah.
saw that, I start crying. I start crying. He said, Lord, you given me a chance. At least give me a chance again that I should be able to do something for these people.
Yeah.
Anytime in a whole life, you give me a chance to do that. After 10 years, I was posted in the water sector.
Wow.
I was posted in the water sector. I thanked Almighty. God, some chance has given to me. I reminded those children, women, my senior citizens fetching water. So I think we can we do something. You may be knowing about this Kaveri, like Ganga and Yamuna. We have got a river called Kaveri. Kaveri, which got very potable water, quality water.
Mhm.
So at the time we decided, I said, why can't we take the water from Kaveri to Ramnathpuram? The project costed about 2,150 crores. 2,150 crores. I went to the government of India. They say, we don't have the funds. I talked to the government. He said, I have no funds. One day, one person for JICA, JICA means Japan. JICA is the Japan International Cooperative Agency. Their head came. He came to meet me. He said, you are doing this for the water sector. Can we join hands? I said, why not? He said, what you want to do? I took him to Ramnathpuram. At the time, they got so upset. He said, why can't we join hands today? So thanks to JICA team who came, I took him there. They there itself said, can you make a presentation to us in Tokyo? I say, why not? I will be very happy. Madam, I prepared the presentations in Japanese language as well as in English.
Wow. But
So,
you find the path. I mean, you were very focused on what you are looking for, and you find the path.
so this path, madam, I must say, the government of Tamil Nadu at the time, the present chief minister, he was my minister of looking at the water sector. He was so kind. He also came with us. We all 4 or 5 people went there to Tokyo. This 2,150 crores was sanctioned by the government of Japan.
Wow.
And we were supposed to complete the project in 3 years. We, with the help of our people, we are able to complete the project in 1 year and 7 months.
Wow.
And
that's
and
that's success.
so and the last part, which is more interesting, the Honorable Chief Minister of Tamil Nadu, he said, we like to give a gold medal for your, we want to give you award. I said,
Yeah.
no, I don't want award. I, I, I want the award has to be given to the given who has done this work, starting from my driver, starting from my assistant, and all the engineers who are involved into this. So it happened, madam. All the people are awarded. The gold medal are given to 29 people who made it happen. My now
And also your mom that give that advice when you were
yes, young the other time. So now the issue which is coming to me, see this Kaveri water, potable water, drinkable water, so it has gone to them after 5 decades. After 50 years, they got this water. Now the health problems for the women and the children has gone. The other problem, health issues are gone for the women. If I say like this, they used to have some sort of fluorosis. You may be knowing fluoride. Fluorosis, women may get some abortion frequently because of the water contents. Second, the body skeleton become weak. If you see that the people, the teeth will become black or yellowish, that was because of the fluoride. Now, today I feel so happy that if I'm not able to do much, at least I'm able to save 1 million families.
yeah.
1 million households have been provided Kaveri water. This is what I feel proud, like with the SST. If
Ah,
my women,
yeah.
if my village become happy village where we work, I
Yeah.
can't say 2,500.
But
Even after,
you know what?
yes,
I
please.
think that that's why, because also this was this model, and as you have defined that my village be happy village, and I think
Yes,
that define that you that the model is not intellectual, is an idea. You uh, I mean, SST brings this model to be real, and by practicing. It's like yoga, you
yes,
can learn a lot about the principles, but if you don't practice,
no
don't
use.
learn anything. So I think that this is a very inspirational idea, that this become real, because it became in a practical way to organize this happy village to come true, no?
Yes.
So well, I can continue talking, but I think that we have a lot of material just to share to
Okay.
everyone. We are going to edit, some part of the conversation, and I'm
Absolutely.
open just to continue talking, and I'm thinking some ideas just to spread this in other communities also. So I think that perhaps it's is the start of a collaboration work.
Yes, yes,
And
yes,
so
yes.
congratulations so much for the award. I think it's for all the communities, as you said, and also you are becoming part be a juror for the next edition. So
please.
because it's the same model. I mean, we are aligned to that model from the Kaufman Center. So I only have to say thank you so much for your time and for this nice and building conversation of a better world.
Thank you so much. We'll continue our mission. We
Yeah.
continue our mission till we sit on this earth, or till we are in this office, till we are there. We will put our heart and soul to see that the community become happy.
Yeah.
That's it. If I
Happy,
say village become happy, happy community, happy family, happy village, happy country.
yeah,
It can come if it come from within, not talking. It should if happen on the field. If it happens on the field,
yeah,
only then if the women take part in decision making, only then I call it a community women empowerment. Otherwise, it's all paper.
yeah,
So this is I say thank you very much. Thanks a lot.
yeah, a big hug.
God bless.
And
Thanks.
so grateful I feel in this moment.
So sweet of you. Thank you very much.
Well,
God bless. Thank you so much.
yeah, thank you, and talk to you soon.
Oh yes, I'll give, if you permit me, I'll share 1, 2 case studies which have really changed the rural scenario or the women empowerment which have
Yeah.
done. If
If
permit me,
you,
I'll share.
yeah, if you want to send me, I mean, examples, more information, testimonies,
Yes.
or whatever you feel it's powerful, you have my
Certainly.
email, you have my phone, so you
Wonderful.
only
Great.
write me.
I'll do it. Thank you so much.
Bye
Thanks a lot.
bye.
Bye.